And hello, class. Hello, class. This is officially week number five. Week number five of our course. I'm officially opening things up. And before I get into our new content for the week, I just want to take some time to just kind of review what's going on as we wrap up week number four this week. Number one, I'm noticing that there are few submissions for section one of the final paper, and that paper submission is due, section one, that would be tonight at midnight. I also noticed as well too that the discussion question assignment that was due on Friday night, that there were very few submissions for that. Let me emphasize something, class, and I think I've talked about this before in prior weeks. You want to submit assignments on time. And I know how you all are probably looking at the grading when it comes to those discussion assignments compared to the final paper and also the midterm and the quizzes. And you probably notice the weighting in terms of the grading. The weighted grade is a lot less for the discussion assignments compared to the final paper sections as well as the quiz and also the midterm exam. Do not be misled. Skipping a week means that you get a zero for those discussion question assignments. And so think about this. This is a 15-week course. That does eventually begin to add up. So, what am I saying to you all? What I'm saying is this: you want to engage in completing every week of this course, of getting into the discussion question assignments. You definitely want to participate in that. And when I put up within the news feed, as I open up the new week action items, and I'm giving due dates throughout the course of the week when things are due, get those assignments turned in a timely manner. I cannot stress that enough, because when you submit them late, that's a point deduction. And when you don't do it at all, that happens to be a zero. And that does go towards your final grade. So keep that in mind, everybody. I would like these discussions to just become more enlightening. Let's build on it. I think that we can add a lot more than what we've been doing so on a weekly basis. So I just kind of wanted to reference that to the class to everybody. If you have any questions, I definitely welcome your email. I welcome your phone call, and we can also do a Zoom chat. We can arrange that as well. Okay, let me move forward. And this is the new week right here. As you can see, I always put together a PowerPoint giving the main terms and definitions. And as you can tell, managing a professional staff, that's what we're talking about this week within a restaurant setting. We're talking about selecting employees. We're talking about the hiring process and questions throughout the interview. What are appropriate questions? What are direct questions and what are open ended questions? We're also looking at selecting employees and how is it that we train effectively to lead a professional staff? What are the needs within training? What are we emphasizing as we begin to train new employees? And how are we defining those training needs? Also, how do we motivate employees? And then, most of all, finally, the leadership styles. One of your assignments this week is kind of centering around the different types of leadership styles. For example, what's considered to be an autocratic, bureaucratic, democratic leader, or what is laissez faire, right? This is actually something that I've covered in other different business courses that I have taught, really kind of looking at the different leadership styles and qualities. So take a look at this PowerPoint by all means, and look at the terms, look at the definitions. Okay, I can probably say that there's a good chance that some of this may be on the midterm exam within chapter 4. That may be included in the midterm. I'm almost absolutely unequivocally sure that it will be on the midterm. Okay, so our workload is not that strenuous this week. Okay, I'm kind of taking it easy on you guys for week number 5. All right, because I really do believe that a lot of you are behind with week number 4, and you need to go ahead on. You need to get caught up. So what are you going to be doing? You're going to actually be doing two weeks within 1 week if you are behind in week number 4. So I have 2 discussion question assignments that I put together, and it's based off the textbook, as I had mentioned, the different leadership styles. That's going to be discussion question assignment number 1, which will be due Wednesday night at midnight, page 79 of your text. So it's not a scenario, but a reflective thinking type of assignment that I put together. Think about your current job or maybe a recent job. Think about your supervisor or boss. And what leadership style was your previous supervisor or boss or your current supervisor and boss? And here's another thing that makes this a little bit more, um, I'm not going to say so much enlightening, but think about this. All right. Think about whether or not your boss, previous or current, if they display more than one of these leadership styles. I want you to think about that in discussion question assignment number 1. And give me a 1-paragraph response. Now, moving on, discussion question assignment number 2, which will be due Friday at midnight. Okay, look at the scenario. I like to use these scenarios in the textbook, all in a day's work. All right, topic is centered around screening and hiring processes, which is our subject matter and what we're discussing this week. Read the scenario within that, and I want you to answer the 2 questions at the end. So, do you take the position of Mario when it comes to expediting the process of hiring a cook? Or do you take the position of Janet regarding proper detail and screening when it comes to hiring? So give me a 1-paragraph response, answer those 2 questions, make it 1 paragraph. And then also, this is going to be due on Sunday, next Sunday at midnight. Take quiz number 1. It's 10 questions consisting of true and false and multiple choice. And what I want everybody to do is I want you all to try to take the quiz as you've already covered. We've already covered the materials from chapters 1 through 3. Take the quiz without going back into those chapters to try to find the answers. Yes, I really want you all to actually try to quiz yourself. It's 10 questions again. And again, like I had mentioned, true and false and multiple choice. Challenge yourself on this. The first quiz will be due, take it, that would be next Sunday at midnight. That's when that's due. Okay? All right, everybody. You know what you need to do. Again, my office hours are available right now. Yes, it's Super Bowl Sunday for all you football fans. All right. Who do you have? The Bengals or the Rams? For those that like football. Hey, shoot me a message and let me know. All right. Who you got? All right. The big game will be starting probably in another hour and a half. All right. So for those that are football fans, what you can do is you can complete week 4's assignments while you're watching the Super Bowl. You may be at a party. I know that's probably a distraction if that's the case. Or guess what? When the Super Bowl is over, the game should be over about 9. You can finish the assignment then. I've been giving everybody 4 weeks to get this done. From week 1, I started to emphasize, hey, look, begin your research process. Begin to look at different materials. All right, begin to read the scenario completely. Look at the rubric as well. I want you to look at the scenario that gives you the instructions. The rubric I did include, but I'm grading you based on that rubric when it comes to the final paper. Okay, everybody, my fellow students at Cheyney University, this is Professor Javier Black. I'm going to wrap things up here as week 5 is officially open. And right now, from 2 to 7 Central Standing Time, that would be 3 to 8 your time, my phone is available for office hours. And as you know, that's 7 days a week. Okay? All right, everybody. Take care. And I will be talking to you soon. And I will be checking up on everybody in a couple of days.